That's how I feel.
Is that how you feel?
That's how it felt all day.
Oh my gosh, just letting it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to Journey to the Center of the Corn Dog. My name is Amy, and as always, I am joined today with my heart-burning husband, Andrew.
Woo! Yes, sir. We got that heartburn. That's all right. I got that Pepsid. Just downed it right before the show. So I'll be fine by the time we end.
That's right.
Amy, how you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling great. How about you?
Good. A little heartburn, a little tired, but overall great.
It's all good. Everybody heard you moan in the beginning. They all know. They know you're tired.
Can I complain about something real quick?
Go ahead. Why not?
Just, just want to be an old man for a second.
Go for it.
This new flavor of seltzer water that you got, I think it makes me feel sick every time I drink it.
Stop drinking it.
I drank one earlier today because I was like, oh, a new flavor. It was like blackberry lemonade or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that sounds delicious. I sipped it. And I'm like, it's not that good. But I drank the whole can. And I didn't feel very good. And then then all day went by. I felt great. And then just before we started recording, I got another one. And I popped it open. It's like, I'll give it another try. I chugged it. And now I feel sick.
Okay, so let me just complain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You have just been a walking mess.
I know.
These past couple days, I'm a little bit of a mess we all kind of have colds going through our house because that's just what happens when school starts up. But stop. See, why are you still drinking it then?
It doesn't taste good at all.
Then why are you drinking it?
It tastes like a floor cleaner.
Okay, I will say there is kind of a weird
Zing.
alcohol taste almost to it.
Which normally this brand is really good.
Yeah.
But it tastes like cleaner. I don't like it.
It does have a little bit of that, but I'm just going to keep drinking it because I bought it and I spent the money and I will not let it go to waste if I can help it.
Ew.
Just stop. It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
You know what? You're bad. You're just a mess all week. And then right before we start recording, I have heartburn. What should I do?
I didn't say that. I said, I have heartburn. Let me go get a Pepsid. And you're like, hurry up and get it so that by the time we're done recording, you'll feel better.
Listen, can I just say something real cute, though, that you did do not long ago?
What's that?
All right, guys. For years, this poor little corn dog next to me
here we go.
complains, I have heartburn. It hurts so bad. Nothing helps. Let me just take one Tums and see what happens. Yeah, doesn't work. I've been telling him for years, you need to take something a little stronger, like a Pepsid. Just
like a Pepsid.
Like a Pepsid, okay? Just take something.
Just take a Pepsid.
And you're like, no. You're so resistant. No. And then you have to suffer in pain. Finally, here's the cuteness.
Oh, no.
You take the Pepsid and you're like, wow, I have no heartburn. I'm like, yeah, that's what it does.
What a miracle.
What a miracle. It's like you didn't believe me. Then, here's the cuteness. I hear him chatting with his friend on the phone not long ago, and I just hear him go, yeah, man, you should just take a Pepsid. You'll feel so much better. Oh, it was cute.
Yes, sir. That's how it works.
That's how it works. You have to complain about something.
I resist change for years. And I'm just suffer through the pain, and then finally I heed your advice and I take a little Pepsid. It's a game changer.
You even did that with Tylenol for the longest time.
No, I did not do that with Tylenol. That is not true.
If you're listening and you're resistant to taking Tylenol or Advil for like a headache.
You're rewriting history here. I've always been a Tylenol proponent.
Okay. But you're always like, well.
Tylenol is my go-to. I would always go to Tylenol. For some reason, I didn't want to take Advil. I was just like, no, Tylenol's fine. Tylenol will do the job. And you're like, just take the Advil on top of it. Because we recently learned You can take Tylenol and Advil at the same time.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on there. Hold on there, brother.
Hold on there, brother.
Hold on a second. We can't be giving out medical advice.
No, I'm not a doctor, but your doctor, we went to the urgent care because you had a terrible headache,
Yeah.
and they did nothing for it. They didn't believe you. They thought you wanted drugs.
I think they did think I wanted drugs.
Anyway, I don't know why, but probably because we showed up super early in the morning with like pajamas on, and we were just like, can we get some like heavy medication?
No,
or something?
I didn't even want that. I wanted
like,
a
help me.
shot. But anyway.
But anyway, the guy was like, yeah, you can take Tylenol and Advil at the same time.
You can look up that doctor. Who knows? I mean, I guess you can, but look
Apparently.
it up. Don't take advice from us.
I did it today. I took Tylenol,
Yeah.
and then like an hour later, I took an Advil.
Do you think our target market right now is Gen Zers, or do you?
No. Gen Z doesn't even know what this would be. Like they would
No,
be
I know.
Gen Z would listen to this and they would just be like, listen to these old fat boomers complain about their ailments. Like
Hey.
Gen Z would not be interested in
know.
anything we have to say. We are basically 192 to Gen Z. Like
Yeah, probably.
The time difference now between generations is ginormous.
Yeah.
They would have no interest in what we're talking about, Amy.
Well, I do have something.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit me.
Here's something new. It's a phrase that I just heard recently.
Oh gosh.
No.
Are you gonna really date yourself?
No. I don't think. I hope not.
Okay.
Who cares? I don't care. Whatever. I'm living my life, okay?
Okay.
This is my life.
No,
it's my moment.
I'm just curious.
People can hate it
No.
or find it cringy.
No, I don't. It's not that. I'm just like, this is gonna be like a phrase that's been out for like 10 years, and you're like, you know what I just heard? I heard off the chain. It's crazy.
No. Okay, so I love to use the phrase FOMO.
Yeah.
We do. If you don't know what that means, maybe you are a boomer. I don't know, because you are maybe even older. No, it's fear of missing out.
Yes.
Right?
You got the FOMO.
You got the FOMO, and we've used the phrase before with like our son. We always said he would have major FOMO because he had trouble with a lot of stuff because he was super excited about life and didn't want to miss out on anything.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there, that
Yes.
FOMO. I used to be like that in my 20s.
Yes.
And now I'm just like, I just want to stay
So,
home.
this is the thing.
Okay.
There's a new word for it.
Okay.
I can't think of what it's called. Wait, hold on. Let me think of
Oh,
what it
man,
is.
the buildup was
The
crazy.
build-up. Oh. Because it's FOMO's like just tip of your tongue. It's JOMO.
JOMO.
JOMO with a J, and it's the joy of missing
Oh,
out.
I think I did see this come up a few times. The joy of missing out.
Oh, the joy of missing out.
Yeah, that's more so.
That's you now.
I think it's just having kids, like, or just being tired. Like, once
Yeah.
you hit, like, you're just like, nah, that's fine. I'm good.
I'm good at right here.
Yeah,
Right in this chair.
I just want to stay home, eat junk food, and watch Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well-
watch Forged in Fire by myself in my basement.
I think I've never just been more seen when I read that. Joy of missing out. Do we get it mixed up though with like being like extroverted or introverted? I think now more I wouldn't say I have FOMO necessarily.
I'd say I have more FOMO than JOMO. If there was like an event going on with like our close friends,
Yes.
I wouldn't want to miss that if I had the choice.
Yeah.
I would be
But-
like, oh, I want to go. But if it's like a big random party or something,
Like if you know stuff is going on every single weekend,
Oh.
just things out there, festivals and stuff,
nah.
and you see pictures and
Most likely, no. I don't need to go.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Of JOMO.
Like, what would give you JOMO? Give me an event that would give you JOMO.
Honestly, right now, like I've seen people like on a plane with their kids going on vacation, and I'm just like, nah.
No, I'm good.
Don't. It like looks like it could be fun. Looks like they're having fun, but to me, I'm like, no.
See, the thing is, like, for a big trip like that with the whole family, you got to get into the mind space months ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, let's hop on a plane tomorrow
Right.
and go have a family vacation. Not with little children. Sounds like just a lot of work.
It is. Yeah.
So, okay, let me give you a couple events, and you tell me if you got JOMO or FOMO.
Okay.
You get a text at 4 in the afternoon. All your girlfriends are saying, hey, we're leaving the husbands and the kids at home, and we're going out at 8:30 tonight to a club.
No. Change it. Not a club. Change it.
No, that's
They're
the
going to a
event.
club?
They're going clubbing.
No, I don't want to go to that.
So JOMO.
JOMO.
You're saying I'm staying home.
For a second, 1,000% FOMO until you said a club.
No, I'll give you more scenarios.
Right.
That's the first one. They're going clubbing.
No, I'm all right.
JOMO.
JOMO.
Okay, you're happy to be.
I will have a little bit of FOMO because I'll miss out, but I know how the night can go with clubbing, and therefore I'm going to say no thank you.
You get a text at 7 o'clock at night.
Oh, no. JOMO already.
all your girlfriends saying, hey, Amy, we're leaving the kids and the husbands at home, and we're going out to a nice restaurant, and we're all going to get some drinks and eat some good food, and then maybe go to a bar afterwards.
I think, you see, it's tough. I would have FOMO for that. I would. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
Just because of the time.
Getting a text at 7 is
I'm
like...
just not built for that right now.
No, 7 o'clock is the war zone. That is bedtime war zone.
You have to hit me on a great day where I am feeling ready to go at 7, and then I would be like, yes. But I would have FOMO. I would say no, probably, but I would have FOMO.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just that you're naming off kind of like big events that like I never do.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more like someone just calls you up and it's like, hey, I'm in the area. I'm going to grab a coffee for an hour. Would you like to come by? Would you have FOMO or JOMO?
JOMO.
I don't know. It's a difficult subject, I guess.
It's so hard because it's all dependent on the time of day, how much notice I have.
Yeah, exactly. But I think just overall, it's probably the feeling that you feel when you're going, like, just say you're going to bed that night and you know you missed an event that day.
Okay, how about this one? In this scenario, you have a bunch of single friends, and they all, like, they hit you up and they're like, hey, we're going to go down to the beach for a day trip, and we're leaving tonight. And then we're going to, like, go to a club.
Yeah. Like for that, I would have FOMO if I didn't go. I don't know. Like that sounds like fun.
Okay.
But I would probably have. I don't know. It all depends.
All right.
This is a dumb subject. I want to move on.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that would give you JOMO. Like, hey, we're gonna drive all night and like party all night long.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I would have no. Yeah. Exactly. I would have JOMO.
Basically, it's just like.
But
things that would inconvenience you the next day. I think FOMO is just like, it's just if you're missing out with your friends, you just don't want to miss out and like miss those memories, obviously.
I wish I heard this phrase though back when I was in my early 20s, because I felt like I went through a phase of just like, I don't know. I think I am naturally introverted.
Yeah.
Because from what I've gathered, it's how you restore your energy. So it's do you get restored energy from being extroverted and being with people, or do you restore your energy by being alone?
Right. I think FOMO partly has to do with like insecurity too.
Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I think there's insecurity involved when you have FOMO.
Yeah, I definitely could see that.
Because like if you're just sure of yourself and just like, like, you know, if you're confident, I think like you have less FOMO.
That's true.
And you're just kind of like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'll catch the next one. But if you're insecure, like, oh, are people not gonna like remember me? Am I gonna be left out of the core group, or is there gonna be like funny inside jokes and I'm not gonna be a part of it? And you're just like, that's part of FOMO too. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is self-confidence.
Yeah. You definitely had a lot of FOMO.
Thanks. You were so insecure after I just give this explanation, and then you're like, you know what? You were like super full of FOMO. You had a lot of insecurities, Andrew. Thanks.
No.
Wow.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I didn't want to be left out.
Yeah, you just don't want to be left out. But it wasn't like an insecurity. No, not in a
Might have been.
negative way, maybe. But like,
I just didn't
who
want,
isn't
who doesn't want to
insecure?
be left out?
Who isn't insecure?
It's tough when I think when your core group of friends is transitioning from like being single to being married to then being married with children.
Yeah.
And not everybody's all on that same plane yet.
Yes, that's tough.
It's huge. So
It
like when you
is.
have like friends that are still like going out, hanging out all the time, doing fun stuff, but like your like life is, kind of getting more solid.
As you make the
Singularity.
Oh, okay, solid, not closing in on you.
No.
Crushing your soul.
The walls are closing in.
They're closing in.
No.
And also people have different like responsibilities
Correct.
at different ages.
And jobs. Everybody. Sometimes some people have more career paths. Other people are just like flying by the seat of their pants. Like it all. So like when everybody's kind of in that chaotic place where some people are more grounded, other people are more free-willed. It definitely FOMO can increase because you're just like, shoot, well, like I want to hang out, but I also got to be like a responsible adult.
Right. For sure. I still think I am naturally a JOMO. I don't know why I want to keep calling it a BOMO.
What would BOMO mean?
Bummed of missing out. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I'm more naturally FOMO, but I've gotten way better at it over time.
Yeah. I think too, if you take the lead on your own activities, like if you're the one that likes to do the hosting,
Right.
or you take the lead on certain things, like I think the FOMO will decrease.
Correct. Yes.
Because you're choosing the stuff that makes you happy and gives you joy.
Yes.
Rather than relying on other people to be like, hey, we're going out this weekend. And then you got to like drop everything to like, because you don't want to miss out.
Right. So, Amy, yes, FOMO, JOMO, bang, bang, BOMO. That reminds me of the topic I was bringing to the table, which is there is a conspiracy theory that the Titanic did not sink.
Oh, I've heard this. I've heard this.
But it's not what you think.
Oh.
They're not saying that. They're saying a boat did sink.
Yes.
It just was not the Titanic.
Right.
That it was replaced. It was an insurance scam.
Yeah.
And that they are sinking the Olympic.
Yes, something like that.
The Olympic in place of the Titanic. But
Yeah.
I didn't look too deep into it, but I thought that was kind of interesting.
It is interesting. I have heard of that. I've listened to some podcasts about it before, and it's fascinating.
It's compelling, but
There
I guess
is some compelling arguments.
But I think there's more evidence to show that that is not the case.
Right. I always love when you watch conspiracy theories, like anything on TV or like documentaries, and you're like, okay, like they're showing you these like really interesting facts. They're like, this happened and this happened, and your mind is like,
You're like
getting
oh
blown.
My
You're like,
gosh.
What? And then they throw in something strange,
And you're like, wait a minute.
and you're like, what?
hold on there, brother.
Hold on there.
Hold on there, dude. that doesn't sound logical. You lost me there, brother.
And then all of a sudden it just goes a little weird, and then the whole thing falls apart because you're like, well, now you're telling me this, that doesn't work.
What's one conspiracy theory that either you kind of believe in or you wish was true?
Oh, I have one.
Okay.
The Beatles.
Oh gosh.
What?
Yeah, go ahead. Not
John Lennon, but
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. If you've not heard this conspiracy theory, that is one that it's a documentary that I saw. Stop making that face. What? It's fascinating.
It's fascinating. But I'm asking one that you think is real. You think that's real? You think Paul McCartney died and they replaced him?
I mean, I don't think it's real because I don't think it could have gone on that long. But it is fascinating because now I've also seen things where Britney Spears, people think that she's not real.
They say for Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Really?
There's a whole conspiracy that she was not, like, that she died and they got a replacement. Avril Lavigne.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with Paul McCartney, back to that.
Yeah.
There were rumor back in the day that he was in a car accident, and this was at the rise of the Beatles. At the same time, there's this, like, well-known, they were doing, like, a Paul McCartney lookalike contest.
Yes.
And people were part of it.
Yeah.
But supposedly, they never announced who the winner was.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what the big thing is. So did they put on that to get him, and then because they wanted to keep making money and make, because it was a whole thing. I mean, they were like, biggest band in the world, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I don't believe it, but it is a fascinating one.
I don't believe it, but the one that's always fascinating to me is the moon landing, that we never made it to the moon.
Oh, I mean,
I love those, like, all the, like, evidence they show and stuff. Like, if you're in, like, a conspiracy mood, you're like, that's interesting. But then you, like, pan out and you're like, no, we that doesn't make sense.
Right. I do love when someone throws something at you like that.
Oh, like super off the wall.
Yeah.
Like the earth is flat.
Yeah, the earth is flat. And you're like, what? What?
You're like,
and then you're like, well, let me just see what they have to say. Let me hear. Come on, stand up. Let's hear. And so then you listen and you're like, huh. And again, you're like, hard-hitting points. And now nothing makes sense. Nope. Nope. Earth is round.
The earth is round. We've solved it.
Paul McCartney is still alive.
Yes, the original Paul McCartney. There was.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see.
This is the last episode of the podcast.
Also, what's fascinating, I have to just point this out.
Yes.
With the Beatles is they also said that on every single Beatles album, for some reason, Paul McCartney's face is only like halfway in it. It's always like half photographed or like half. It's always something's being covered, right? And this was freaky. So after I watched this documentary, and this was like many moons ago, I think I might have even had a flip phone because I didn't look anything up on Google or like right from my phone, because I went and I knew that I had a Beatles record that was my father's. And I went and I looked at it, and sure enough, it was like half of Paul McCartney's face on there. And it did make me like, kind of like took my breath away a little bit.
My.
It's freaky.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
We have to ask him.
That's right.
Get him on the podcast.
Get him on here.
I think you have his number still.
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
Just give him a call.
I'll just shoot him one of those texts, and he'll have instant JOMO. Instant JOMO of not coming on our podcast.
Yes, I agree.
Well, corn dogs, thank you for joining us once again on this beautiful journey. Make sure to slap the like button, slap subscribe, share your friends this little nugget of joy, and make sure you don't have FOMO and listen to us every Tuesday. We will catch you next time right here at the same time, same place, with the same corn dogs. Goodbye.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.